When you get sushi platters like this, all you can eat, you know you're gonna have a great time at this restaurant. Hey there, this is Steve from Rockstar Eater, and in today's episode, I'm gonna be sharing with you 3 of some of the must-try all-you-can-eat sushi restaurants in Orange County. Some of you guys might know that all-you-can-eat sushi is pretty popular in OC, and there are a lot of restaurants that offer this menu, and you might be asking, then what are some great spots I need to hit up? Well, that's what I'm going to help you with in today's episode by sharing some of the places that you can start out with. 3 restaurants, 3 experiences, 1 mega episode. And also, if you're new to this channel, take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button, as well as that notification bell, because I post these food and travel videos weekly you don't want to miss out on. So go ahead, do that right now, and in the meantime, let's go to our first sushi restaurant. In the city of Tustin, the go-to spot is Sushi Damu, which is what many say is the best all-you-can-eat sushi restaurant in OC. This restaurant has the usual menu of appetizers, nigiri, and rolls for $37.99. But if you want to go fancy, I suggest you go with the $60 option, which entitles you to all-you-can-eat sashimi and omakase grade fish. So if you are looking for quality, then this is an all-you-can-eat restaurant that certainly delivers. It's also worth noting that they have a lot of drinks on the menu. We're not just talking about sodas and iced tea. We're talking about cocktails. You see that? Lychee martini. Wow, that's pretty cool. They got a tablet here that you can order from. Signature rolls. They got some pictures. Well, that's the price if you get it a la carte. But with all you can eat, you can pretty much get any of these for $35.95 lunch. These are definitely the appetizers. Look how good they look. We have shrimp tempura, which I always like. And this one is the ika gesso, which is deep fried squid legs. Comes with some dipping sauce. And that is agadashi tofu, which is basically battered fried tofu. And that one, my favorite, baked mussels. I guess while I'm waiting for the sushi to come out, might as well just get started with some of this. Very crispy. Yep, tempura definitely hits the spot. I don't know if you guys like it, but I think you should get it. I'm pretty sure I've had this in other sushi restaurants before, but I don't think I've had it under the name of ika gesso. Just like the tempura, very crunchy. I know some people don't really like squid, but I think this is worth trying. It's like so nice and chewy, bite-sized, and it's so crispy too. It's like my kind of squid. Okay, now here's something that I know I'm gonna like because I always get it at all-you-can-eat sushi restaurants. Oh yeah. Seriously, I could sit here and eat like dozens of these if I didn't have to focus on the sushi. Now here's something I've never seen before in a sushi restaurant. This is called the froze, which is like a slushy, pineapple, watermelon, and they usually add soju in it. So this is kind of like a slushy alcoholic drink. Mine does not have any alcohol in there, completely fine. I like it the way it is because it's nice and sweet. Oh, wow, I feel like I'm drinking a Slurpee or something. Oh, that's pretty fun. Oh yeah, all my sushi came out. Look at the way it's presented. I didn't expect this at all. I thought they were just gonna come out in those small white plates. Oh man, this is crazy. You see, on this one we have the nigiri and the sashimi and carpaccio all going on. Like the ikura, salmon eggs, spicy scallop, and there's that piece of crab, a tamago, and you got some assorted sashimi, and they use high-grade salmon, bluefin tuna. You heard that right. And then on this side, we got albacore carpaccio, got mackerel carpaccio, some octopus, some more bluefin tuna, salmon, yellowtail. They got shrimp, and I think that's red snapper and albacore. Yikes. All right, well, definitely in terms of visuals, they got their game going on. Before I start, it is worth mentioning that they have this kazami wasabi, which is fresh grated pickled wasabi. And I heard that the bluefin comes from Spain, and this is omakase quality. That is pretty nuts. All right, let's try this. That is some pretty high quality bluefin tuna. Oh, they even have some sashimi too. Try it without the rice. Okay, off to a good start so far. And I heard that this salmon is from Norway. Okay, pretty fancy too. That's like really melts in your mouth. It's one of their highlight foods here. But then I also heard their yellowtail from Japan is a highlight, which is another omakase grade quality fish. Oh, that's a good yellowtail. I have no complaints. This is so good so far. I'm enjoying it. I really am. Okay, so that eel I would say is a little bit more like your typical all-you-can-eat sushi. So not like omakase quality, but still I like eels. So to me, it's like it's good. I like it. Yeah. I like how those little eggs just pop in your mouth. Albacore is like one of my 5 things to get at a sushi restaurant. Enjoyable. No complaints about that either. So far, I am enjoying this meal a lot. This is definitely better than a typical all-you-can-eat sushi restaurant. And their sushi rolls are very popular. I'm not surprised to hear that. All the way to the top, that's the Gengen's sushi roll. And that's the Tustin with the salmon and avocado. And that one, to the third, is albacore galore, as they call it. And exotic tiger, which has eel and salmon, avocado, all that stuff. Now that albacore galore is truly glorious. Look at all that fried onions on top. And I think that's spicy tuna inside. Yeah. Spicy tuna inside, and albacore, and crispiness on top. It's like my kind of roll. I think this Tustin roll has tuna, is that yellowtail? And some soy paper underneath. Okay. Okay, so far I think that Tustin roll is my favorite one. Because in it you get more fish. And you get that delicious soy paper wrap. Less rice. Because rice is a filler. Okay, Gengen roll. This looks like salmon that's wrapped over a whole bunch of crab meat with avocado. Very creamy. So if you guys are into crab, that's the one you gotta get. I mean, the salmon's a very good compliment too. Overall, the rolls are pretty nice. That one's the yellowtail and the scallop hand roll, and to the right is the 911 roll. And this one is called the cherry bomb. I guess I know why they call it cherry, because look at the color. This cherry bomb is so thick. Look at all that salmon that's in the center of it. Yeah, I like that one too. I tend to like rolls that have more fish and less rice in it. Rice is fine, but the more fish you have in it, I feel it's so much more enjoyable. You're really getting your money's worth. You don't want to let these hand rolls sit way too long, because the seaweed's going to get kind of flimsy. That's a mouthful. They really pack these rolls with a lot of fish. And I did tell you that this is really high-grade yellowtail, right? Even these hand rolls are pretty killer here. And I heard that their scallop roll is very popular here too. I don't remember when was the last time I had a scallop hand roll. Wow. A lot of scallop. I told you, they really pack it in with a lot of fish in these rolls. To me, that's a big plus. Maybe I'll do some shrimp next. Okay, that's very easy to eat. What can I say? It's like cooked shrimp over rice. Always tastes good. Those rolls look very appetizing, but I really have to focus on the high-grade sashimi. So back at it with the bluefin tuna. I think out of all the all-you-can-eat sushi restaurants I've been to so far, I think this place has the best sashimi. The fact that they offer these really nice cuts of yellowtail tuna and salmon, it just shows they're going the extra distance. See, look how much more I still have to go through. Oh, that albacore looks so good. Yep, top stuff. I think I might actually be done after this round. When I eat sushi, usually I like to go to a la carte and omakase restaurants, because with all you can eat, it's always like a hit or a miss. But I'm very surprised by this restaurant. I mean, it's not Michelin star food, but this is definitely one of the much better all-you-can-eat sushi restaurants I've been to. The food is great, fish is fresh, presentation all around is really nice, and they even have some cuts that are omakase quality, omakase level. Yeah, I think this is as good of a sushi experience as it's gonna get here in Southern California. If you are in Buena Park, you should consider Xfish Izakaya, which is a Japanese restaurant that has one of the most stellar all-you-can-eat menus in Orange County. Starting at $39.99, you get the sushi menu and a whole lot of other foods. But I recommend going with the $55 option, where you can get the omakase chef's choice, plus the all-you-can-eat menu attached to it. So this is definitely going to be one of your fine dining all-you-can-eat experiences in OC. Of course, there's indoor seating, and then you can sit at the sushi bar, which is actually quite open. There's a lot of space here. And as you can see, this is not your typical sushi bar design. It's made out of, I believe this is wood, so you cannot see the fish behind the glass, but this is the design of what you find in a lot of more like upscale sushi restaurants, I would say. So apparently this is how the menu works. You scan it with your phone, and it's gonna take you directly to the website where the menu is supposed to pop up. Okay, yeah, there we go. So you push that. So if you guys want to place your order, you hit on the fish you want. All comes in one pieces. So if you want to get two, you push two, add to order. And then once you place all your orders in, then you would click send. Yeah, back up there. And then it's supposed to place the order for round one. Oh, I guess this is the first thing that came around for the pass-around menu. This is the yakitori. Yeah, so I guess I'll just take it. Every 30 minutes, they would pass around a new kind of a skewer or appetizer. See, that's a very interesting concept. Never seen that before in an Asian restaurant. Tender chicken. And that sauce over it is some sort of a yakitori or teriyaki sauce. All right, they got pretty good yakitori here. I came mainly for the sushi, but hey, this is an izakaya restaurant, which means they're gonna have a little bit of everything. So if you really want to concentrate on this, then really it's all about you. So how much ramen can you eat at an all-you-can-eat restaurant? Yeah, so this is their all-you-can-eat ramen. Tonkotsu ramen, which has the pork broth, the noodles, corn, other veggies like mushrooms, wood ear mushrooms. Even though this is all you can eat, I think I'm gonna kind of take a little bit easy on the ramen because I really want to concentrate on the sushi. But I'm curious to see what the ramen here tastes like. Wow, that is so comforting. Ooh, yeah, that does taste like a tonkotsu broth. Pork broth that's a little bit thick, very savory. And of course, you got some delicious noodles in there. Wow, this is pretty tasty. And I think that might be the pork chashu right there. Oh, it's pretty thin. Just like I said, thin piece of pork chashu. Since this is an izakaya restaurant, I know that the ramen is not gonna taste exactly like out of an award-winning ramen shop. But if you gotta get your ramen fix, they got it here. It does taste pretty good. So yeah, try at least one. You know what I'm saying? Along with all your other sushis. So it looks like my first round of nigiri sushi came out, and it does take a little while for this to come out, so be sure to order everything you can in the first round. The left is tuna, and that one is the yellowtail. The center one, albacore, and then we have bluefin tuna, which I heard is really good. And the Japanese scallops, and they're seared. Always very good. Definitely high points for presentation. I mean, look at this plate, so fancy. See, what did I tell you? This is like an upscale, all-you-can-eat menu experience. That's so cool. I'm more of a Toro type of person, but even regular tuna, I don't complain. I'll eat it. You know, it's what I first ate when I was a kid, so it brings back a lot of good memories. I can tell it's very fresh, it has a lot of flavor. Okay, so far I'm liking the sushi. That bluefin tuna has such a clean taste. I mean, there's like subtle differences between the bluefin and the regular tuna taste. But of course, you should always get the bluefin because that's a better cut of tuna. I think so. But if I see scallops on the menu, that's another thing I'm getting for sure. Oh, that's bursting with a lot of flavor. Wow. I think there's already some sort of a dressing that's over it, so you don't really need to put so much soy sauce on it. All right, so good. So here is my main attraction, the 14-piece omakase. So for $55, this is what you start off with, and then everything else is filler, all you can eat. Oh yeah. So let me see if I can guess everything, because since this is chef's choice, it could change a little bit from the menu. The one all the way to the left is American Wagyu beef, and that's soft shell crab all the way at the top, along with, let's see, salmon ceviche, and then bluefin tuna, and then coming down here, we got squid, Hokkaido scallop with uni on top, pretty fancy, seared tuna, halibut, kampachi, salmon belly, sweet shrimp with uni on top. Oh, I'm loving that uni. And then the inari with the salmon eggs on top. I think that one is sea bass. I could be wrong. Some sort of white fish. That one for sure is toro. This is from the tempura bar. You guessed that right. That is shrimp tempura. 3 pieces along with tempura sauce. This Chef's Choice 14-piece is not all you can eat. So what you're really buying is the omakase first at $55. And then the all-you-can-eat menu is attached to it. So I would suggest go with this one first to get your money's worth. And then afterwards, you can do the all-you-can-eat sushi and even all-you-can-eat noodles if that's, you know, really what you want to eat. So incredibly tender. So I would say that the way that they cut these pieces is kind of like a typical all-you-can-eat sushi size. So it's not like those really thick cuts. But the good thing is the rice portion, they don't put way too much in the bottom. So this is actually very reminiscent of the size of the sushi you would find in Japan, at least in a lot of those fine sushi restaurants. Oh, okay, tender squid, very good. How about some of that soft shell crab to give it that crunch? Man, so crispy and so oily. I love it. Soft shell crab is like one of the best foods ever. Fried soft shell crab, that is. That one's perfect. Oh yeah, Hokkaido scallop with uni. I can already tell this one is going to be super good. That is like sushi perfection. Totally. That in itself is worth this omakase experience. Oh, that halibut is kind of crunchy. I think it's good that all of this fish has its own texture, so you don't want everything to kind of be like melt in your mouth, right? Can't go wrong with salmon belly. I like regular salmon. I never have complaints about regular salmon, but salmon belly is like another level. The Toro of salmon. Now, I'm not sure if I'm really into the sweetness of that tofu skin because everything so far has been more like savory, fatty, but if it comes with it, I'm not going to complain. I'll still eat it. See, look what's coming up next. Toro. One of the best things on this plate. Most of the time, it's going to be a winner. That thing is fatty and it really is so rich tasting. Like butter out of the sea. All right, maybe I'll take a little break from the sushi and try some of the shrimp tempura. Kind of standard shrimp tempura. I mean, nothing groundbreaking or anything. It's just if you want to add some crispiness to your meal, then this would be a pretty good balance. You see, you're going to be putting your phone to use. If you're not technologically savvy, you might find this a little challenging. It's all right. It's really not that hard, actually. And now I am on to round 3. Yep, got to get my money's worth. So that is the salmon eggs, ikora, along with some freshwater eel. Yes, always got to get that. And that one is octopus. All the way to the right, that's the butter pepper shrimp. Down there, we got some yellowtail, very simple, and some regular salmon, but still so good. So these here are the non-omakase sushi pieces that you get as part of the all-you-can-eat sushi bar experience. All right, well, let's see what this tastes like in contrast to the omakase quality. The salmon eggs, they just really pop in your mouth. Not too salty too, a little bit sweet. Like I said, the pieces are not the biggest that I've seen in an all-you-can-eat menu, but then again, the rice portion isn't too big either. And that's a good thing because you don't want them to put way too much rice in the bottom, but a very thin piece of fish on top. I always have to have it every single time, whether I'm at an a la carte sushi restaurant or all-you-can-eat. Always going to get the unagi. But then, of course, I'll try new stuff like this too. Oh, that's interesting. It's like buttery and peppery. It almost tastes like something out of a Cajun seafood boil restaurant. All right, you know, every sushi restaurant has their own little invention, right? And I have a feeling the yellowtail is going to be pretty solid too. Oh, wow. That thing is like one of the best things I've had today. Oh, wow. It's so tender and melt in your mouth. I love it. All right. High expectations for this piece of salmon too. Most of the sushi restaurants I've been to had pretty decent salmon. I don't think I've really ever been to a sushi restaurant where I thought the salmon was like so bad. Even at the buffets, a lot of times the salmon does taste pretty good. Here, no different. Well, I cannot leave here without trying at least one sushi roll, right? Why not go with their Xfish? Yes, so outside we have spicy albacore, eel, seared salmon, crunchy flakes, masago, green onion. Inside, kind of hard to see, but crab meat and shrimp tempura. Good combination. And this is from the izakaya section. You'll find this all the time in all-you-can-eat sushi restaurants. You guessed it right, baked green mussels. Here we go. These rolls look pretty much like what you would find in a lot of all-you-can-eat sushi restaurants. Everything on top, the salmon to the eel, it's like my favorites. Me personally, I try to stick more for like the nigiri and the sushi, just because, you know, you really want to concentrate on the fish. But hey, everybody has their preferences, so if you guys like rolls, they got plenty of creative rolls here. Just like you would find in a lot of all-you-can-eat sushi menus. That's right. It's like creamy and spicy at the same time. I wonder if they put any sriracha in that. Yeah, I don't think I've had a baked mussel that kind of had like that kick of spiciness to it. But I like it. Look at the size of it. It's very fresh too, very moist. Now, when you place the orders, you do have to be a little patient because it takes a while for the food to come to your table. Maybe it's because it's so busy here, and that's the only real downside of this experience. But other than that, good restaurant. Very spacious, good parking outside. The food, pretty top-notch. Also in Buena Park near Knott's Berry Farm is Aubury Sushi. Starting at $39.99, you get the usual all-you-can-eat menu of sushi nigiri and rolls, plus some premium sushi selections. But for an additional $10, you get access to all-you-can-eat sashimi. And I would recommend you add on that $10 because sashimi is really where you're going to get your money's worth in these kind of restaurants. So it's very common to see menus that look just like this when you go to an all-you-can-eat sushi restaurant. Whether it's in Los Angeles County or in Orange County, so many rolls. And I know some of you guys really like sushi rolls, so this is going to be your kind of a restaurant. And just to let you know, you could order these a la carte if you wanted to. So they have a good amount of appetizers. No surprises, I've seen a lot of these in other all-you-can-eat sushi restaurants. Even these nice bento boxes for lunch and for dinner, where you can get like a combination of 2 items. Even sushi a la carte, 2 pieces. And in case you guys are asking, yes, they do have alcoholic beverages. So I guess it's your complete Japanese dining experience. So I guess this is the way it works at this restaurant with ordering. You get a tablet and it's very simple. You just push menu. Look at all the stuff that you can order. Yes, it's all you can eat. The only thing that has some limitations is if you go down here to all you can eat sashimi. Yes, everything from the uni all the way down to I think sweet raw shrimp is limited to 1 piece, but everything else is all you can eat. Still, I think that's a reasonable deal. Yep, all of this is round number 1 for my sushi. I think I went a little bit overboard. I wouldn't be surprised if this was my last round. That one is a premium item, obviously. It's sea urchin, uni with the salmon eggs, the ikura on top, always really good. And that is the salmon belly. Yes, along with some regular salmon sashimi. Move in over here, we got some tuna sashimi. That's albacore sashimi, and that is really thick the way they cut it. I'm super impressed. And that right there is yellowtail belly and some Spanish mackerel. And that right there is octopus. Down there, some more of those salmon eggs, along with Hokkaido scallops, the jumbo scallops. And got some halibut, as well as the sweet shrimp, and some salmon. I think that's salmon belly, I think. Yeah, I'll find out in just a bit. And that one is definitely the yellowtail belly. Why not? I'll take some appetizers too. That one is the soft shell crab with the dipping sauce. I always like soft shell crab, kind of like a tempura soft shell crab. And this one is a Japanese sesame eggplant. And as usual, got some wasabi to the left, ginger to the right, and house-made kizami wasabi. That's always very good. Another really great thing about Aburi Sushi is that it's in a shopping center complex, which means there's a lot of free parking. That's good, right? So you just walk on over here. It's actually very visible from the parking lot. And you are here with all of your all-you-can-eat sushi, nigiri, sashimi, rolls. And like I said, the menu is pretty big. So you can be here for quite a long time and get your money's worth. Nice. That thing just melts in your mouth. This thing, once it goes in, it's like liquid, but so good though. So if you go to places like Santa Barbara, you get some of that live uni. It's like some of the best thing ever if you love seafood. Look at this. This tuna. Wow. They really know how to cut their sashimi here. Bro, that's like the biggest piece of tuna sashimi I've ever had from an all-you-can-eat sushi restaurant. It really is so big. These are like nuggets we're talking about. See, you get more for your money, right? Isn't that an awesome thing? Oh yeah. So far, a big plus to their sashimi. Remember, you can add it on for $10, all you can eat. Oh yeah, here's something I always like to eat too. Some albacore, and they cut this pretty thick. Wow, that one is even better than the tuna. Yeah, if I had to choose between the two, unless the tuna is toro, albacore is really the way to go. Oftentimes you can tell how good an all-you-can-eat sushi restaurant is by where they're placing their focus, because if the menu is all about just focusing on sushi rolls and just trying to hide the nigiri and the sashimi, you know the fish quality is pretty bad. But if the emphasis is really on the nigiri and the sashimi, you know the fish quality is pretty good. So if you go to places like Santa Barbara, you get some of that live uni. It's like some of the best thing ever if you love seafood. Mwah! So far, a big plus to their sashimi. Remember, you can add it on for $10, all you can eat. Oh yeah, here's something I always like to eat too. Some albacore, and they cut this pretty thick. Wow, that one is even better than the tuna. Yeah, if I had to choose between the two, unless the tuna is toro, albacore is really the way to go. Oftentimes you can tell how good an all-you-can-eat sushi restaurant is by where they're placing their focus, because if the menu is all about just focusing on sushi rolls and just trying to hide the nigiri and the sashimi, you know the fish quality is pretty bad. But if the emphasis is really on the nigiri and the sashimi, you know the fish can really stand on its own. It's fresh, it's premium quality, and so far I'm sensing this, at least in the beginning stages of what I'm eating. So rich, just melts in your mouth. I've never had a yellowtail belly that I thought was bad. I mean, kampachi was something that I always thought for the most part was really good. Even if you go to those all-you-can-eats that are like so-so, I mean, how could you really go wrong with yellowtail or tuna belly or salmon belly, right? How about I take a little bit of a break from the sushi and try some of this soft shell crab? Oh yeah, look at that. I just love it because it tastes like tempura, and the crab itself is so soft inside. Even if I order about 10 of these, I would still be happy eating all of them in an all-you-can-eat sushi restaurant. Salmon eggs is next. It's your turn to go into my mouth. It just takes a while for all those little salmon eggs to pop in your mouth. Now, salmon eggs are another one of those foods where I haven't found too many restaurants that have made it so bad. It just kind of depends on whether you like these salmon eggs or not. Some people like it, some don't. But just like uni, it's kind of an acquired taste. But once you get into it, you can really appreciate it. And then you got some octopus. You see? So many different textures going on this platter. It's like a perfect chewiness and crunchiness. There's pieces of lemon that's over it, so that's what gives it that acidity, which I think it's a good combination. That plus soy sauce definitely works. Jumbo scallops. I can already tell I'm gonna love this one. Oh, indeed, it's good. It has such a satisfying feeling when you can have so much of that scallop in your mouth. So tender and so plump. And sweet shrimp. You see, I'm really going for the premium stuff to get my money's worth. Gotta be careful with that. So far, I am impressed with the sushi here at Aubury. Sweet shrimp, definitely a winner too. And I am in the mood to try some eggplant now. Yes, yes. I love that sesame dressing that's over it. One of their new items on the menu, and I'm glad I chose it because you'll see a lot of similar appetizers when you go to a lot of these all-you-can-eats, especially here in Southern California. So eating something like that is a welcome addition. Yes, you should definitely take advantage of the carpaccio as well, which is kind of like another version of sashimi, but just more dressed up. The top one is salmon carpaccio. It has green apple mayo as well as truffle oil seasoning, which is good. Second one is Cajun tuna. And then third one is Cajun salmon. And by the way, you do see the jalapeno cilantro mayo on top, right? Wow, so fancy. And the fourth one is albacore with fried onions. And the last one is yellowtail with cilantro jalapeno on top. I think the toppings on this one is definitely very creative, something that I don't really see that often. That tastes just like apple with a little bit of that truffle oil taste. See, in these sushi restaurants, you can have so much fun in the way you design the flavors of all these carpaccio, sashimi, even rolls too. I'm having a blast. So I hope when you come to this restaurant, you're gonna have a big appetite because there's a lot of food waiting for you here. Cajun tuna, definitely good too. Now this one has more of like a jalapenos and cilantro flavor. Yes, I taste the cilantro. Always such a nice earthy taste, I love it. I mean, you can eat whatever you want. If you love rolls, go for it, which I am gonna get, by the way. But I'm telling you, get the sashimi because here at this restaurant, they really know how to do it. I love that sauce they put over it. So you don't need soy sauce with this one whatsoever. They've already dressed it up. It's good to go, such as with the albacore with fried onion. Can you tell I'm enjoying this? Anytime you put fried onions on top of albacore, it always takes it to another level. And there's also that yellowtail, Also has that cilantro flavor, which is so awesome. So yes, carpaccio definitely a big plus. Now onto another round. If you guys are a big eater, then you're gonna be playing around with this tablet quite a bit. I mean, you want to, right? In order so that you can order more food. Baked green mussels, something I always get, like 100% of the time when I'm at All You Can Eats. And of course, I cannot forget my sushi roll. So I decided to get the albacore truffle roll since I am into albacore and into truffle, and plus it's a new menu item. So inside you have, California rolls on the inside, and then on top is albacore, fried onion, and truffle oil. And then in the bottom we have our lemon roll. So inside is spicy tuna and cucumber from what it looks like. And on the outside, salmon as well as the lemon slices all over the top. Baked green mussels, here we go. Ooh, it's good. See, there's also all that juice inside. Always hits the spot. I love the taste of the mussels, the baked mayo on top of it. And I must mention, because I think all of you guys would be very interested in this too, they offer 50% off sushi rolls. So 50% off of what's stated on the menu if you order through Chow Now or over the phone. So you would come here, you would pick it up, take it to go. I think there's like a 10% surcharge or something like that, but it's a good deal. Yeah, so that gives you any incentive to order through the phone. Just take it out somewhere and you'll get 50% off of it. It's a good roll. Oh yeah, definitely something you want to seek out for 50% off. See, I always like to get a lemon roll because I love the taste of that thin piece of lemon on top of the salmon. And this one is kind of different because this one has like spicy tuna in the center. I'm not sure if I've had a lemon roll like this before because it adds spiciness to the whole thing. Okay, lemon. See right there. Oh yeah. I eat the rind too, so I don't know if you're supposed to do it, but I just do it. Gotta have my albacore roll too, Ooh, that's good. I know it's not real truffle that's on top of it, but even the oil screams greatness because once you taste it, you feel like you're eating a sushi that's very fancy. They will elevate anything. And in case you guys are wondering, they do have the no rice rolls too, so you can get these rolls with no rice if you're kind of being carb sensitive. This is called the Orange Blossom. So in here, we have, of course, no rice. It's baked salmon wrap with crab meat, and outside is green onions and masago. Wow, very tasty. So I think this is a perfect thing to get if you do not like rice in your rolls or you just don't want it for whatever reason. Get stuff like this. Because after all, you do get your money's worth on non-fillers, right? So you should be focusing a lot on the fish. And look at how beautifully fried that yellowtail collar is. Another one of the great appetizers on the menu. Not wasting any time, let's get started on this. Wow. Oh man. It's very crispy outside, like airy crispy, and inside, very tender. Let me see if I can, oh, see, I found the meat right there. One of the best things ever. And I always want to note that eating all you can eat is not exactly like eating at one of those nice a la carte sushi restaurants, you know, which serves like omakase. But comparing this to other all you can eat sushi restaurants I've been to, this is definitely one of the much better ones. And maybe it's because I ordered a lot of premium items because you can't really go wrong with premium, right? But yes, come over here to Aubury Sushi in Buena Park if you want some awesome sashimi, nigiri, and even the rolls too. Well, there you have it with 3 must-try all-you-can-eat sushi restaurants that you can start out with in Orange County. Have you guys tried any of these all-you-can-eat sushi restaurants? Drop that comment because I would love to hear your story and your suggestions. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you all in the next food adventure.